Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Have you been wondering whether the new Dasique Sweet Cereal palette is a little bit too similar to some previous releases from this brand? Well, in today's video, we'll be taking a look at and also swatching all of the colors in this new eyeshadow palette, and we'll be doing some comparison between this Sweet Cereal palette and some other palettes in the Dasique 9-pan eyeshadow palette range. Stay tuned until the end of the video to figure out whether or not you should be picking this new Sweet Cereal palette up for yourself. Sweet Cereal is Dasique's newest release in their 9-pan eyeshadow palette range. It is being advertised for $26 on the Dasique's website, though unfortunately you cannot get this palette shipped outside of Korea from the Dasique website itself. I actually got mine on the Beauty Box Korea website for about $31 plus shipping. This eyeshadow palette is cereal inspired, as the name suggests, and it consists of soft beigey coral shades as well as glitters that resemble the sugar coating on cereal flakes. There are 4 different formulas in this eyeshadow palette and no complete mattes. The closest you can get to a matte formula are the 2 shades in the satin matte formula, which are Granola, a light tangerine shade, and Almond Flake, a light burnt orange shade. The satin matte shade is described as finely milled powder that is scattered with pearls. Then we have Marshmallow, Choco Crunch, and Sweet Berry, which are in the Shimmer Eyes formula. These are smooth and subtle shimmer shades that don't have any fallout, and they also don't clump very easily. The remaining 2 formulas in this Sweet Cereal eyeshadow palette are both glitter formula, and they are slightly different from each other in feel as well as how they look on the eyes. Glitter Shower is a thin and transparent glitter formula that gives a Vaseline glow effect. The 2 shades in this formula are Coconut Powder and Berry Yogurt. Glitter Balm, on the other hand, is a pressed glitter formula that feels a little bit wet to the touch. This formula also have a mix of different sizes of particles and is best applied with your fingers. The 2 shades that are in this formula are Honey Almond and Berry Topping. After using the Sweet Cereal palette a couple of times on my eyes and also swatching all of the colors for this video, I have discovered some things I really enjoy about the Sweet Cereal palette, as well as some things I don't enjoy so much about it. Let me talk about the good things first. As usual, Dasique eyeshadow formula are high quality blendable formula that are soft and user friendly, and they can be used on multiple occasions, but most importantly, they are very suitable for everyday use because none of the shades are over the top. Secondly, I have to say that since the Sweet Cereal palette consists of no mattes at all, it is very satisfying to know that all of the glitter shades perform very well. They are smooth with very little fallout, and they don't have any shades that are unusable in my opinion. As much as these glitter shades are very satisfying to use, I have to point out one flaw. Because the glitters are quite subtle and there is not that huge of a difference in the base colors of these shades, it is quite difficult to distinguish between these shades once they're on your eyes. Secondly, as the overall color story of the Sweet Cereal palette is soft and light, it's going to be very difficult for people with a darker skin tone to use this palette effectively. Let's now move on to the part of the video where I compare the Sweet Cereal color story to the color stories of some other releases by Dasique. Since all of these palettes are from the same brand and they share the same high quality blendable eyeshadow formula, we're not going to be looking so much at the differences in the formula. I'm going to be concentrating on the color story only, and hopefully this will help you decide whether you need this Sweet Cereal palette in your collection. For the first comparison, we're going to look at the Sweet Cereal palette versus the Nude Potion palette. Now, these 2 eyeshadow palettes have similar depth when we look across the whole color story. However, if the Sweet Cereal color story is more orange tinted, the Nude Potion color story is more on the rosy nudie side. Next, we have Sweet Cereal up against Milk Latte. Between these two palettes, Sweet Cereal actually have a slightly more pronounced and distinct differences between its colors, whereas Milk Latte is very light, actually quite a bit lighter than the Sweet Cereal color story, and also a lot more beigey. And for the last comparison, we have Sweet Cereal versus Sunset Muhly. Between these two palettes, the shades of Sweet Cereal are softer and brighter, and almost all of them fall into the coral family of shades, whereas the shades in Sunset Muhly are darker and more dusty shades of roses and reds. Out of the 4 Dasique palettes that I just discussed and compare, I would say the biggest point of consideration would be which palette to get out of the Sweet Cereal, Nude Potion, and Milk Latte palettes. For me personally, if I was not doing YouTube and I was considering more about my skin tones as well as my makeup wearing habits, I would pass on the Milk Latte palette because that palette is the lightest one, and also, at least to my eyes, a lot of the shades in that palette are very similar to each other compared to the shades in the Nude Potion and the Sweet Cereal palettes. With the Sweet Cereal and the Nude Potion palettes, I would probably cover all of the bases of my everyday eye makeup because I would get to use a lot of different matte colors as well as a lot of different textures of glitters and shimmers. As I just talked you through my decision between the 3 palettes, Sweet Cereal, Nude Potion, and Milk Latte, I think the decision of which palette to get out of these 3 would depend a lot on what your skin tone is like, as well as what you're looking for in an everyday eyeshadow palette. I would say that between these 3 palettes, 2 is probably enough, if not 1, and that will depend on whether you like a lot of different textures of glitters or you don't care so much about glitter shades. That is everything for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the new Sweet Cereal palette from Dasique in the comment section below. Also, let me know which one of the 3 palettes that I just mentioned, Nude Potion, Milk Latte, and Sweet Cereal, you're going to pick up for yourself. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video, and also consider subscribing to my channel for more content on Korean beauty in the future. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in my next video.